Hello, I'm Vonnie B, and welcome to Vonnie B's Homemaker Experience. As always, I am so glad that you decided to join me. As you can see, I have a pie pan sitting here, so it looks like I'm going to be making a pie today. Well, it may look like I'm going to be making a pie, but I'm not. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you how to make your own lentil flour. Lentil flour? Why do you have a pie pan sitting there? Well, because you'll see in just a few minutes. So let's go ahead and get started. I have my bag of lentils, just regular lentils, dried lentils, okay? And what I'm going to do, as you have to do with most, with anytime you're preparing or usually going to be cooking with dried beans, you want to rinse them off first, because there could be, dirt or rocks or things like that in the mixed in with the dried beans. And so this is a type of a dried bean, a lentil, and this is a red lentil. The color is beautiful, isn't it? So I'm using the pie pan because it's flat, and it makes it a little bit easier to see what's going on. I can see if there are any rocks or anything in there that I need to take out. So that looks good so far. All right, so I'm just going to take this and pour it. I've got a bowl sitting over here, and so I'm going to just go ahead and put it into the bowl. Okay, that was just a few. And so then I've got, this is a pound. I'm doing a pound. I'm going to be making a pound of flour. Okay. This looks good. Okay, so we'll just put this in the bowl. Haven't spotted any rocks yet. Okay, so we are looking good. We are looking good here. No rocks. And so now what we're going to go ahead and do is rinse the lentils off to get, any kind of dirt or what have you off of them. Okay, because we don't want that in our flour. We don't want any dirt in our flour. So let's give these a rinse. See how that's looking? Okay. So that's rinse number one. Okay. Pour that off. Do that. All right, so now these lentils have been draining for about 10 minutes. You can see they feel at least on the top surface, they feel pretty dry. You see, I'm not really even getting any moisture on my hands or anything. All right, so now I'm going to put these on this pan right here. And we want them to totally dry before we start to make the flour. Okay. All right, so now I'm just going to spread these out a bit. right. And mind you, you know, these are lentils, but if you wanted to make black bean flour or pinto bean flour, red bean flour, whatever type of dried bean that you would want to use to make flour, you would do it in the same way. Sort through the beans first, rinse them whatever number of times is needed till that water becomes clear. Let them drain, and then put them on a pan to dry. Now you can either allow them to air dry, which will probably take a little bit longer, or you can do as I'm going to do, and that is put them into an oven. And I'm going to have my oven is set at 175 degrees. Now, I may need to turn it down a little bit. We'll see how we do. Okay, so I'm going to put these in the oven. I don't know how long it'll take. I'll check it periodically. And I'm going to prop the oven door slightly open with a spoon or something, you know, to put something in there to keep it from closing all the way, because you don't want to actually cook the lentils. You only want them to dry out so that you can make your flour. Okay? All right. Well, let's go ahead to the oven. All right, we are 10 minutes in, and I'm going to check the lentils to see how they're drying out. I don't want them to cook. I just want to dry them out. And I've got my temperature set. My oven is set at 175 degrees. Now, I just wanted to show you, this is how it looks when you put the spoon in, okay, to prop the oven door open. All right, so let's check the lentils and see how they're doing. Yeah, they can stay in a little longer. All right, stir them around a little bit, and they're sticking together a little. So that tells you that they're not ready just yet. So let's put them back in. Now I'm going to turn this down a little bit. Oh, that's as low as my oven will go, 170. See, it's not going any further. Okay, so I've got it down to 170, and we're just going to keep an eye on it. Again, because I don't want to cook the lentils, I only want to dry them out. All right, so here's our lentils that are dried out. See how they're moving around? You know, if they are sticking together, you know they are not quite dry, and you need to have them dry in order to make the flour. Okay, so make sure you dry them out. I left them in the oven for about an hour, and I just didn't put them in and leave them. I was checking them every so often to make sure, and stirring them around to, you know, just make sure that they were drying out evenly. Okay, all right, so here we've got our lentils. So now we're ready for the next step, and that is to actually make the flour. All this was in preparation to make the flour, okay? All right. All right, so now I'm going to take the lentils and pour them into the blender. I think we may be able to do all of them at one time. You know, this is just 1 pound, so yeah, looks like I can do them all at once. There we go. All right. All right, now we'll put the lid on. And we're ready to go. All right, now this can get a little noisy, so just kind of bear with me. Okay, let's check it. It looks like it's ready. All right, this is how it's looking. Okay, I think I'm gonna see if I can get it a little bit finer. All right, let's see. Yeah, this is much better. Okay, so now this is all ready to go into a a container, and when I'm ready to use it it's all set, ready to go. All right, so my lentil flour, as you can see, it's ready to go into my next batch of cookies or whatever it is I decide I'm going to make. And not only will my cookies be delicious, they will also be nutritious. Now look, I'm going to include in the description box a link that's going to tell you all about the nutritional value of lentils and beans and other legumes, and how it's a good thing to include a variety of legumes into your diet. Okay, all right, well, this wraps up my video for today, and I pray that you saw or heard something that was beneficial to you. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe to it. That is Viney B's Homemaker Experience, and share it with your family and friends. Again, I thank you for joining me, and until next time, God bless you and your family, and goodbye for now.